So society has helpfully told us that as women, our success at dating comes down pretty much to how we look. Are we not good looking enough to attract men? Or is it in fact that we're too good looking and therefore no one will ever like us? It seems like when you're a woman and it's to do with your looks, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't when it comes to dating. So do you intimidate men, making it impossible for them to approach you and signaling that you're certainly not the kind of woman they'd actually like to be with? Or is something else going on? I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn and creator of the Attraction Circle, and I'm here to break down the I intimidate men belief. So I'm not saying there isn't a grain of truth in the idea that you intimidate men. First of all, approaching people, especially a man approaching a woman in this modern time, is a little bit scary. We've gone through Me Too. There may be many reasons why he doesn't feel confident and comfortable within himself, not just to approach you, but to approach most, if not every woman that he meets. Likewise, some men, it's not that they don't want to go out with a woman who's a CEO, but they may value other qualities more, whether that's a woman who's feminine, nurturant, playful. That might be higher up his priority list in terms of what he's looking for in a partner. I'm not saying that men being intimidated isn't true. It's just not absolutely true. If we look at the world around us, there are so many powerful, intimidating, attractive, interesting, smart women who are forming relationships, who have happy marriages, who have men that approach them. So if it's not happening for you, this can be something in your own behavior that you want to seek to shift around and change. Because when you keep telling yourself, well, I intimidate men, what you might be saying is, I actually don't believe that this is ever going to happen for me. And actually that belief could be keeping you stuck. Now, obviously, as a dating coach who has taught thousands of men and women how to approach and interact with one another, my belief is different because I've seen the female executive or the runway model finding ways that they can make it easier for men to interact with them. So if this is you today, I want you to start to deconstruct this belief and think about what you can do to also become more approachable. First of all, I want you to look at examples of where there's intimidating women who have found great partnerships, whether it's Serena Williams or the current British Prime Minister, Liz Truss. There are some powerful women here who have done pretty well on the romantic front. So again, don't feed into that belief that I intimidate men and therefore I'm always going to be single. In fact, look for examples that challenge that belief. The second thing I want you to do is come up with a more neutral standpoint to take. So that could be, yes, modern men may find it harder to approach women. What positive steps could I take towards making myself more approachable or encouraging him to approach me? Or yes, because I am absolutely kicking butt in some areas of my life, maybe, not for every guy, but maybe for some guys, it might be harder for him to see where he fits in. How can I then do a better job of expressing that I want support or expressing that I really want to have that love and partnership? Thirdly, I want you to step outside of blame. So again, when we get critical, and I'm not saying it's easy, but when we're in a critical mindset of, modern men, they're just rubbish, they just want insipid women, or they're just, they're too afraid, we're not getting any closer to the outcome that we want. Because we're approaching the whole dynamic of men and dating and relationships with this, you're not good enough, or you're not trying hard enough, this is broken, this is wrong. Instead of thinking, actually, I can empathize with why he may find it harder to approach, or I can empathize with why he may not immediately get that I'm someone who really would like that supportive partner. And how can I at least meet him halfway here by doing a better job of communicating these things about myself? I am all about accountability, and I'm all about practical exercises you can do to meet more men in real life. So if you want to get out of this belief and get into actually meeting people, and you want to do the work, which I know you're so capable of doing, please head over to hayleyquinn.com/circle, where you can find some interesting starting points for how you can become more proactive and empowered in your dating life.